As the seasons begin to change, I ask myself, what is the foundation for a joyous life? Is it only within the pleasures that I feel when my body is alive and moving fluidly in harmony with its environment? Or is it also within the acceptance of the throes, the pain and the agony, the unconscious characteristics that alter my existence in ways that I never could have wanted or would have thought? When I accept both the pain and the pleasure of life, I find joy. There's no resistance. My body moves, and I am in harmony with the truth of what is.
This morning, I woke up with an impulse to go outside, plant my feet in earth, and just sense what is happening in this very moment. I had a pretty radical dream night, but I woke up with the impulse that I need to go outside right now and connect. I don't need to know why. I don't need to look up my dreams. I just need to go connect. So I did. And through that process, all of these feelings and the images, the sensations are coming to life through me, and my body is spinning like a vortex, going through this dynamic spiral of allowance, with my cognition knowing that things are about to change and I have to prepare myself for what the season is calling of me. So many stories are coming forward right now of like, you've already been here many times before, you've had many deaths, you've had many heartbreaks, you've been through loss, betrayal, you've experienced heavy amounts of grief, and those were all the catalyst to give you a new life, to let you experience new individuals and put you in places you never thought that you could have been in. So this is a pretty emotional starting out, but as you can tell, I have some candles lit. I have candles lit in front of me to honor the seasons and the changing of the seasons. So I want to bring forward an idea for you, and that is that when we're in one season, we give our all to that season. We put our heart into it. Our time is spent there, currency, our money, our energy, our whole essence of self is growing within one season. And the people that we connect with and the foods we consume and the environment that we're in, the smells, the music, all of it creates that season. So it feels like you're sacrificing yourself to that one specific timeline. And if you get so much from it, if you gain so much love, if you've gained so much within that season, then of course you're going to want to hold on to that. You will want to bring that into this moment and keep it with you forever. But Earth goes through cycles. Earth is our great mentor to remind us that we have seasons in life and we can't remain in one spot for the rest of our life, because then we would disintegrate into nothing. So as Earth evolves, it's calling us to evolve, and we have to go through the seasonal changes. As hard as they are, it's within those changes that we are evolving into something that is so new, right? It's that metamorphosis. It's really a rebirth motif, and it's through understanding that things aren't always going to be what we want them to be, that our heart gets a little softer and we kind of come into a place of acceptance that maybe it is the great unknown that will gift us with things that are so magnificent and wonderful and gracious. So if you're here right now because you're experiencing this heavy, heavy grief, let me bring forward a quote for you from this book, Swampland of the Soul by James Hollis. He is a Jungian psychologist. All of his books are just so great. So I recommend picking this up. But I want to read this quote to you because it really hit my heart, and it allowed me to find a sense of balance with these seasonal changes that may feel a little sticky sometimes to go through. If you have this book, it's on page 46. It says, second paragraph down, no amount of denial Let me ground in. Hold on. A lot of emotions coming up. Okay. No amount of denial will spare us loss, nor should we hesitate to grieve. Midway between fretting of the heart and the fevers of the brain is a chance to accept the vengeance of things, our poor power to hold on, and yet to affirm what has been, if only briefly, ours. On the 47th page, the second paragraph, just the last sentence I want to bring forward to you, it says, only in the letting go of the fantasy of control can one truly grieve loss, truly celebrate value. In the fantasy of control, like we so desperately want to always be in control, always have it figured out, always, have the plans set to be what we want them to be, but it's all just a fantasy. We never really have everything tied in a perfect bow. Okay, everything is constantly changing, and Earth, as our mentor, is a perfect representation of that beautiful dynamic process, because when she goes through spring, she has just been born. We have all these beautiful flowers. We have Jesus and the resurrection. We have this just really beautiful, time. And then we go into summer and things kind of slowly get penetrated by the sun so much that things dry up. And then we go into fall where things just fall away. And as you and I are experiencing this falling away, the questions come forward of what needs to fall away in our life, what is no longer working, what has to be shed, what cannot, what is making me small and weighing me down, that has to be cut away. And then we go into wintertime and Earth is crying. That's what the rain is. Earth is crying and grieving over all the things that, we grew and then we feel like we've lost. But really, those leaves just go back into Earth and she just absorbs the nutrition, back with herself, and more comes to life through what has already been born. It's a constant cycle. So, if you're here right now, I know this was kind of an emotional, very intense video. I didn't really mean to come at you with all of this heart, but it it just came out so organically. If I can leave you with anything throughout this video, it's that we can't move on in life until we've integrated our past. So, with whatever you're experiencing right now, the grief and the sorrow, the betrayal, the loss, please feel that to the extreme. Allow that to move through your vessel. Allow those emotions to come through you and your cognition to see the real pain and the hurt of what was. Because as you allow those to move through you and out of you, your body will experience something much different. Your psyche will create a new story, but those emotions will be the catalyst for you to experience a new life and to see things differently, to be a bit more graceful and, compassionate, to be more relatable to others and to the hardships of life. Because when we go through this grieving process of losing someone or our jobs or an old self or an animal, if we've lost, really important aspect of our life, like that's an essence of the soul that you're so longing to keep with you at that time. And it's in that's can turn into just this gold essence of it's still here. It's still here. I'm just refining, I'm redefining, and it's really a upgrading the energies of, and it's like you're making the past become crystallized, and those are entering into you and those are building you. So if I can just invite you to look at your emotions as those beautiful catalysts and to really ask yourself, what season are you in right now? What's being called of you to shed away or to integrate so that you can move on? Are you being called to hermit? Are you already in winter? Do you need to build your fire already and turn on the fire so you can have the light, which is your consciousness? Or are you being called to, maybe you're in spring right now and we're actually going into fall. Maybe you're in spring and you have all these beautiful new, you know, I'll just say psychic children, like new creations that are coming to life for you. Maybe you have all of them happening at once right now, and you're trying to learn how to balance and juggle all of them. Whatever the case is, whatever your story is, I just leave this contemplation for you. I'm going to end this video here. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you experience this. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.